After the events of the previous experiment, Site Director was questioned, and it was discovered he had an undisclosed history with D-1589. Due to this, he was actively trying to terminate the D-Class through various experiments. As a result, D-1589 is currently being relocated to Site, while Site Director has been demoted and placed on probation. As such, this week we present a recently declassified experiment log involving D-1589 and SCP-173.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing happened. We went in, cleaned it up, and we left.
Nothing happened?
That's my story, and you have no proof otherwise.
No proof. We have video evidence. Where did you even get the glue and paint?
What? No, you're imagining things. I put it back together perfectly. How could they have known? I mean, it was Cliff. Yeah, Cliff did it, not me. Okay, fine. It was me. But it totally wasn't my fault. You see, 173 called your mother a bad name, and I had to defend her honor. She is a lovely woman. So really, when you think about it, it's your fault. I don't even know how you came for that woman. She is a saint. Plus, think about it. You're the one who locked me in there with that stupid neck-snapping statue. What did you expect to happen? And why am I even on cleaning duty anymore? Duty. But seriously, I'm a celeb. Sending me in to clean up after this is like sending Genghis Khan out for cookies. Besides, I think we can all agree it looks way cooler now.
On D-1589 was assigned with 2 other D-Class personnel to clean up SCP-173's containment cell. When personnel enter SCP-173's containment cell, no fewer than 3 must enter at any time, and the door is to be relocked behind them. At all times, 2 persons must maintain direct eye contact with SCP-173 until all personnel have vacated and relocked the container.
So we go in, and let me tell you, the place sure does stink. And not that good kind of dumpster behind a Chinese food restaurant kind of stink. No, I'm talking the baby Biff got into the Indian food again and had a 2-diaper stinker kind of stink. Hey Doc, 2 words. Graded floors? Or, I don't know, how about windows? Jeez, why am I the only genius one that's genius enough to genius this thing out? Anyways, Cliff and Gail are really scared. You know, them being SCP-173 virgins and all, but I tell them not to worry. I've got this. Or I would, except for some reason, now I'm on mop duty. Duty. And let me tell you, how amazing is it that the Foundation, which can travel to other dimensions and has freaking spaceships, can't think of a better way to clean up after this overgrown speed bump. Like, wow, look at this, a mop. Hey Doc, maybe we could use something a little more modern. I don't know, something invented after the Magellan expedition. Anyways, I'm on mop duty, so I'm soaking up the statue poop with the occasional taste test. And don't ask me how a statue got a hold of lemons. When Gail's like, Biff, please, for the love of God, change spots with me. I cannot stand listening to you eating that crap anymore. She said, I can't look at this ugly thing anymore. So I'm a gentleman and I does. Though Cliff begged me not to use my winking technique, which I guess is just too advanced for him. So I promise I'll just blink, blah. That worked for about 2 minutes.
SCP-173 is a Euclid-class SCP of unknown origin. It is constructed from concrete and rebar with traces of Krylon brand spray paint. SCP-173 is animate and extremely hostile. The object cannot move while within a direct line of sight. Lines of sight must not be broken at any time with SCP-173. Personnel assigned to entering its container are instructed to alert one another before blinking. Object is reported to attack by snapping the neck at the base of the skull or by strangulation. In the event of an attack, personnel are to observe Class 4 hazardous object containment procedures. Personnel report sounds of scraping stone originating from within the container when no one is present inside. This is considered normal, and any change in this behavior should be reported to the acting HMCL supervisor on duty. The object produces, through unknown means, a reddish-brown substance which analysis has shown to be a combination of feces and blood. The enclosure must be cleaned on a bi-weekly basis. This task was assigned to D-1589 along with 2 other D-Class personnel.
Okay, so I was tired and yawned. Big deal. It's not my fault MST3K had an all-night marathon on the night before the assignment. But it was a yawn. It wasn't a blink, so I didn't bother calling it out or anything. Even though, as Ben Franklin proved, it is impossible to yawn with your eyes open. What? You never knew that? Give it a try, right now. I'll wait. See? Anyways, mid-yawn, dummy Cliff decides he just has to blink. Dude, my yawns only last like 3 minutes. Wait your frickin' turn. That's when the statue comes to life and goes after me. I go down. But when I come to, the others are screaming and both are keeping their eyes on the art school reject's work, which has them backed into a corner. I'm laying in poop water and I am pissed. Breaking my neck is one thing, but that crap's all in my hair and stuff. I'm gonna have to take a bath and it's not even November. I hate baths. Plus, I was thinking about asking Gail out. I can't do that if she's dead now, can I? I am not going down that road again. So, I go up behind the walking abomination and well, I introduce him to Ozzy and Harriet. He shatters into like a billion pieces.
In actuality, D-1589 tripped over his own feet, fell on SCP-173, knocking it to the ground and causing it to shatter beneath his enormous girth.
Personally, I think it was an improvement. Cliff and Gail were mighty impressed. I can tell by the way they were staring and crying. Great. Now she thinks I'm a hero. That means I can't ask her out. It's not fair when your hero asks you out. That's when I realized I might get in trouble. Luckily, I had my lucky glue stored in my old fifth pocket. What? You surprised? I've got like a whole survival kit down there.
D-1589 reduced SCP-173 to nearly 2,000 separate pieces during this attack, the largest one being less than 5 centimeters in diameter. Once his rage subsided, D-1589 produced a tube of superglue from, let's just say, an unknown location and began gluing the pieces together. He accomplished this task in less than 5 minutes as on-duty security personnel awaited the arrival of tranquilizers potent enough to render him unconscious, as the standard issue tranquilizers had resulted in D-1589 asking for more of the good stuff.
So I did an absolutely fabulous job of putting that loser back together, and I don't know how, but somehow the eggheads noticed something was different. They must all have photogenic memories or something.
It looks nothing like it did before.
That is your opinion, sir. In fact, you know what? It's exactly the same as it was before, so no harm, no foul, right? You still have a neck-snapping, ugly-looking SOB, and we're good.
Sorry, I just have to ask. I understand you tripped and fell on SCP-173, but why are there teeth marks on it?
Oh, yeah, well, I heard some people maybe called it peanut, and I love peanuts and peanut butter, and basically everything peanut related. So I thought, hey, while we're here, I might as well get a little taste of the forbidden fruit. It was okay, a little bland. I'd give it a 5 out of 10. No, wait, that's not being fair. On second thought, a 6.
I am so sorry I asked.
Thank you for your attention. If you have any comments or questions about the events of this encounter, please leave them below. Conversely, if you have an SCP experiment you would like to see D-1589 participate in, that can also be left below. Do not forget to employ the SCP Foundation's new like-dislike function on this log. And if you have not done so already, please consider subscribing to this content for easy access.